I want to invite you into what I believe it takes to be the greatest lover of all time. My name is Victoria Bardovich, and I'm the director here at Yoni Elixir. And in this video, I want to share with you what I believe it really takes. So, some of the things I believe it doesn't take is to understand the step by steps and the nitty gritty of how to give the best blowjob, or how to give the best anal, or how to fist somebody in the perfect way. All of these videos I see on YouTube time and time again. And what I'm actually looking for and seeking is the understanding of what is underneath that. And when I look underneath all of these ideas and techniques, and bear in mind, I've never been with anybody, man or woman, that has the exact same turn on. In fact, the more people that I've been with, the more I've understood that sexuality is so deeply unique. And even if my yoni looks the same as another woman's yoni, the way we like it to be touched and the way we like it to be kissed or licked or whatever else is so different. And that is actually like the point of how can we go searching for the right steps to pleasure somebody, when actually what I believe is the deepest truth in all of this is the trance. And when I say trance, what I mean is finding the repetitive actions that you can work with on somebody that's going to access you into the trance and then let them fall into the trance. And this trance is basically our arousal. And the more we access our arousal and the more we can hold our arousal in our awareness, the more potent our orgasms can become, the more powerful experiences of divinity we can have through our sexuality. And this is something that I've personally experienced in wanting to shift or change or deepen my orgasms. What it actually takes is for me to feel abundant enough inside of the experiences I'm having of orgasms. So I'm not like, right, finally I'm getting close to this one orgasm. I better just enjoy it. It's like I'm looking for the repetitive orgasms that I'm experiencing so that when I do have an orgasm or get close, I have the capacity to go, okay, so there's an orgasm coming and I can feel that's a possibility. And then instead of going and chasing and trying to push the energy to make that happen, I then have the capacity to breathe and open and then maybe change something. So it could be very simple. It might be I'm going to move my hips in a different way. Or instead of like something that I see with women a lot is that we will often tense our legs or tense part of our body to encourage the orgasm to move up through the body. And what I will often do, if I can feel the tension in my body, and I'm not afraid to miss out on an orgasm, I will start to relax the legs. So if I have my legs like tight or tense around my partner or around their face, then what I'll do is I'll just like open the legs and try to relax the legs and stay with the trance, because the trance and the arousal is actually what we're afraid of losing when we change something in our experience. But if we change that experience and we can keep the trance moving, so we can keep the breath going at the same way that it was moving, or we can keep the motion of the hips going in the same way as they were moving, but we just change one thing, which is usually just relaxing some part of the body, that is when we're going to access more of that, maybe a valley orgasm, or maybe orgasming at the same time as our partner, or a cervical orgasm. There's so many different things that I know that women want to achieve with their sexuality and their pleasure and expanding their pleasure. But a lot of the time, those things can't happen because they're so afraid to not get the orgasm or not experience pleasure. And I totally understand that on the level of like, if we're not experiencing that regularly, then we're not going to sacrifice one. We're not going to like let go of the opportunity to have an orgasm at any cost. I recommend just going for the orgasm. Who gives a fuck about whether you're using tension or not? But if you get to that phase where you're like, okay, I have either self-pleasured enough and accessed enough of my orgasms alone so that I have more space to do this, or if you're with your partner and you're able to go into a deeper lovemaking session, perhaps a longer one, this kind of Sunday morning sexual experiences, then this is the moment when I would suggest that you can go into exploring, okay, I noticed this when I'm orgasming, I want to try this time. Can you support me to do that? If you notice maybe I'm tensing my legs and I'm not in full awareness because my arousal is so strong, can you tap my legs, or can you open my legs in this way? And these are the things that are going to make a bigger shift and change in your capacity to be a powerful lover and access more of your pleasure. So trial this out. Let me know how you go. You can send me an email or write to me on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to hear how they go for you, and I would love to hear if there is something beneficial in letting go of this understanding of needing to follow steps to access more of these realms of possibility when it comes to pleasure. Alrighty, thanks so much.